Hello everybody, this is me coming in with another video. Now for one, you may hear some extra things in the background because I'm outside trying to do this video. But I just kind of need to rant a little bit because for someone who has a soft spot for two teams, and that is the Raiders and Jacksonville. I like those two teams. So, before I get started with this video, y'all can call me a car apologist all you want if you feel the need, I don't know. But I'm just gonna be objective as much as I can because it's a lot more than what I see wrong with the Raiders than just him. It's easy to blame the quarterback because it's a quarterback, but you also gotta understand the situations around him, and they're ruining him. And he looks as frustrated as Aaron Rodgers looked with his team. It's kind of saying a lot. But I'll tell you this: Carr is at a point to where he's not even playing what his money's worth. And can you put all blame on him? I don't know. I really don't know what it is. I just feel like there's something more to it. I am seeing for the Raiders is awful. It's laughably awful, and it's just like multiple reasons that could just go into it, and you just wonder what is the cause of their problems. And I see a lot of people blaming Carr. I mean, yes, you can give us the blame for that because he is making a lot of bad decisions, but I feel like the Raiders are ruining him. They are. Because this as a quarterback with a lot of potential. Yes, he got hurt. Yes, he may look timid at times, but he seems like he's trying to get himself to do more than he was before. Especially last year, he wasn't doing much. But like he seemed like I see that he's trying to do whatever, and it's just I just see like a whole bunch of mistakes being made constantly over and over again. They can say you're getting in a good position field wise, and then almost an offensive lineman would jump or hold or do something stupid that cost them. Then it messes up the whole thing that they had going for them. It messes up the whole momentum. They make so many mistakes. It's actually ridiculous, especially with that line. They just make so many mistakes. And the thing is, I'll put partial blame on Carr because some of those decisions could be better. I've never seen him throw this many picks. He's never been this bad as far as a decision maker, and I just wonder what it is because something doesn't feel right. Because, like I say, he was never this bad making decisions, and it's honestly sad to see because I can see him as being the franchise quarterback. But when you go through four coordinators and the two of them don't even seem like they're good at all, I mean, how do you expect any quarterback to survive that? Jared Goff wouldn't have survived it if he had Jeff Fisher. There's no way he would have survived that. And I don't want to hear things like great quarterbacks would survive any type of circumstances. Tom Brady is not in a bad situation, and probably never was. Aaron Rodgers was never in a bad situation. Drew Brees may have came into a bad situation, but he also had Sean Payton. He had Sean Payton. What else Carr had to work with? Dennis Allen with Greg Olson being the offensive coordinator, who I hear is not even a good offensive coordinator. Then you have Jack Del Rio, which he was fine. He was fine, and he actually had the team better than what they had now. They never would have won it for. And the best thing that could have ever happened to Carr was to have Bill Musgrave because he seemed like he was the only one that knew how to use him. The only one he seemed like the only one that knew how to use him. No one else seems to use him correctly because as soon as he's gone, all of a sudden he's regressed. There's no coincidence to that. It's just no coincidence that all of a sudden he's regressed. He's having so many coordinators. They're ruining him. They just are. I can't put all that blame on him because he had the potential. He had it all going for him. But then they changed coordinators. And they changed coordinators again, and they just seem to just not use him correctly. They keep being conservative, and now he seems like he doesn't have a lot of time in the line, and they're making mistakes, and receivers didn't drop balls in the last game, but they be dropping balls, and now that they turn the ball over, defense can't stop no one. And then he feels like he's in a position to do more than he has to. Let me put it like this. I don't know if y'all do this. I surely do. When I'm playing Madden and I'm just a quarterback, and I feel like my defense can't stop nobody, so I gotta see it try to score a touchdown. So then you have the line not protecting you, and defense can't stop nobody, and then the receivers are dropping balls when as soon as they get poked by a defender. when you play Madden, and then you start to feel like you have to try to do too much, and then end up making a mistake out of it. That's how I feel like Carr is feeling. I feel for him. That's how I feel like he's feeling. I feel like he's having to do too much because of a lot of the team's mishaps. He had his own mishaps. Don't get me wrong, but at some point in time, this has got to be better than this. I'm telling you guys, there's more. There's got to be more to it than just Carr. It's easy to blame a quarterback because it's a quarterback. I think there's more to it. There's just no way that he's regressing like that. Everybody, you can say he is what he is, but you tell me he improved every year. He did. He improved every year up until the fourth year when he had Todd down as a head not a head coach, as an offensive coordinator. And you already know what happened with that. He can't call plays to save his life. And then you have, I don't know who's calling plays, Greg Olson or John Gruden. Seem like they can't call plays correctly either. Guys not executing. Have a lot of old people. There's too much wrong with them than just Carr. In that game against the Chargers, I don't know. Y'all call that a bad game? I felt like in that end zone he tried to do a little bit too much again. Try too hard to make a play out of something that wasn't there. And the offensive lineman, specifically Parker, kept jumping constantly and over again. Kept holding them back. And then the offensive line wasn't getting just wasn't protecting them like that. While Phillip Rivers had a lot of time. I'm telling you, it's a lot more than just him. And then y'all could go look for another quarterback all y'all want. Y'all keep searching for all these quarterbacks and stuff like that. It's just that's not always the case. It's not always them. It's the situation around them. The Falcons are 1-4. It's not because of Matt Ryan. Packers are 2-2. Now partially can go to Aaron Rodgers, but you miss 4 field goals in a PAT. You surely are not winning that game. You're not winning that game. So the Packers can win that game. It's against the Lions. I hear all the time about how Matthew Stafford is underrated. I hear that all the time. Can't even make the playoffs. Why is that? Is it because of him or the situation around him? Why are the Patriots so consistent? It's not only because of Brady, it's because of Belichick too. They're so disciplined to where they can be consistent. Their football is considered just work. Not all fun and games. Work. That's why they stay consistent, because of their coaching and Brady. Why do you think Drew Brees couldn't make the playoffs for a few years? Defense was terrible. It's all the situation around them. And like I said, Carr's in his 5th year. And they're ruining him. Because I feel like he could have been so much better than that. And I will hope that he wouldn't be a bust for them. Because I really feel like he couldn't have been. But the situation is just not good. And he seems frustrated. He just seems frustrated at everybody. You can see it in his face. I know y'all see it. Because like I said in my other video, he's a smart quarterback. It's just no way. He's like a student of the game. He looks up to Kobe. You telling me that he doesn't want to win? Come on now. Come on. You can't tell me that he doesn't want to win. Trying to get help and advice from every person that he can get it from. He's a student of the game. A lot of people can be student of the games and not be very good. I can understand that. So yes, although Carr has some costly games that he doesn't usually do, and although he's been throwing a lot of picks, making some bad decisions, underthrowing some balls, which is really the reason why he has so many picks in the first place, because he was underthrowing balls, which he seemed like he's starting to get better at not doing. It's underthrowing the ball. You just kind of see that the confidence within the team, or it seems like the confidence with him in the team just don't seem all that great. They say they have a lot of confidence, but it's just like, Where? I mean, how do you have a lot of faith in what you have right now? I mean, it's gotta be hard. Can you blame Gruden? You can probably blame a lot of this on Gruden because it's just the way they are. They just don't seem very disciplined. They just at all. They don't seem disciplined at all. Making too many mistakes for their own good. They slow themselves down. They get in their own way. That's why they can't win. They get in their own way. They drive, they mess up. They drive, mess up. Everyone's making mistakes. You gotta do better than that. But that's all I have. That's all I have for this video. Y'all let me know what y'all think. And look, understand that I'm not trying to be no Carr apologist or nothing. Just understand that. Look, if he's the reason, I would strictly say he's the reason. But I don't fully think he's the reason. There's a lot more to it. But besides all that, just let me know in the comment section below what y'all think. Consider subscribing if y'all like what y'all hear. And I'll see y'all later.